Hey, what is up you guys? Today, we're playing a new game called Dandy's World. I have been low-key completely obsessed with this game this past week-ish. I have not stopped playing it. I really enjoy it, and I wanted to do a video on it for a few reasons. One, because I haven't gotten anything out because I've been feeling quite ill. And number two, I wanted to see how it would do because I've seen some Dandy stuff on YouTube. Definitely doesn't get no views, so who knows, maybe this will do decently. That could be fun. But yeah, this game it's very cool. It's kind of easy to understand once you see it and get into it, but I will try and explain things as we go. Essentially, you have to play as a little toon, as you can see me here, and you have to get to the highest floor possible without dying. So quite simple. If you end up liking this video, I would really appreciate if you could like and subscribe. I post every single day of the week, though I am sick right now, and I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and you do not want to miss it. With that all out of the way, let's get right into the run. All right, before we even get into it, we are met with this little screen that lets us sort of just, choose what character we want to play and also choose what trinkets we want to use, which are little things that you can bring with you to boost your stats in game. I'm gonna bring these two. One of them increases my as we can see here, it makes my skill checks better, and the other one gives me more skill checks more frequently. So I'm gonna bring this guy, Gordy, has a lot of skill check extraction boost stuff and can move pretty quick. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Alright, so when we're in the game, we first get out of this elevator here, and we see obviously there's like a machine here. We have to do that, and you can see there that's one of the creatures we have to avoid, actually called a twisted. But yeah, our entire goal essentially is finish all the machines. You can see we have 4 to do, and then get back into the elevator without dying. The first like 10 floors are relatively easy. And then it starts ramping up. Also, I will have a little info card sort of situation for every twisted we encounter, like for the first time that we see them, just so you know what they can do. Most of them aren't, exceptionally unique. The ones that are exceptionally unique, we'll see later on. Those are called mains, and they have actual interesting quirky, crazy abilities. So this video also might end up being very long. I'll probably end up cutting out a lot of this running around stuff because there is a lot of running around that happens. But yeah, let's look at this first twisted here. This is Cosmo. This is a common, I believe, not really all that threatening. The main stats for twisted that you want to remember are their movement speed and their attention span. Those are arguably the biggest things to remember. And Cosmo has low attention span and low movement speed, not very threatening. But the other twisted we have on the floor is a bit interesting. This is, if you can see here, this capsule has no little band around it. And if you've been paying attention, all the other ones do have a band around them. This is a case of a twisted having a more interesting fun mechanic. Also, when you get spotted by a twisted, you just kind of want to break line of sight. Very easy. But yeah, this capsule actually houses the twisted. And if I open it, he becomes active and tries to attack me. And that would be Roger specifically. So whenever Cosmo leaves, we'll open it, and I'll try and make sure I don't take damage here. You can take items. So loud noise warning. There he is. So opening it slows you, and also if I get too close to him, he will start trying to do damage to me. But obviously I can get out of the way and not take the damage. So yeah, as soon as he goes back into his, actually I think I can just run past him. Also, yes, I am playing on controller because it's just more comfortable. All right, so this is our last machine to be on. On certain floors, especially early on, if I get, for example, somehow, if I get Cosmo and Roger again, I'll probably just skip the floor unless something interesting happens. Because again, this video will likely end up being long because I want to make it as far as possible just so I can show off what the more interesting, crazy part of the game feels like. So might cut out some rounds. In between floors though, you can buy specific items. We're gonna buy the speed candy, which just makes me go faster. And this is Dandy. He's a star of the show. He will sort of show up every other floor to give you items to buy. If you're familiar with Dandy, this explanation, you know, it's not really needed. But just in case there's people who, you know, from my current viewer base that aren't knowers on how this game works, I want to give some insight for them as well. Cool thing about this game as well, the machines, there are 3 different types of machines. There used to be only the one type, which would be like the bar at the bottom for the skill check, but now there's this circle, and there's also one that is a treadmill that's actually based off of your movement speed, not your extraction speed. Tisha and Louie. Yeah, this video is kind of just experimental. If it ends up getting good traction, I will likely end up doing another video on it. Yeah, just playing it, probably do it alongside IDV still, obviously, because that is still my focus. But yeah, if this ends up getting decent traction, I will play it again. Oh, there's Tisha over there. Tisha's cool. She works very similarly to most commons, so she's not all that scary to deal with, but she will stop at an area. Like, let's say, for example, she'll stop here for a couple seconds and almost quote-unquote guard it. One of the ways that I think the developers have, you know, really succeeded in making this game fun is giving each Twisted their own, you know, their own thing that makes them unique. And so far they haven't had anything crazy difficult happen. So this is another interesting mechanic here. Every other floor you can pick on a card to get, which will like adjust your run. I'm picking the card that decreases the chance of blackouts happening, even though it's not really useful. Pretty much what that is, you know, decreases the chance of the lights turning off. But grabbing it this early on is silly, so I should not have done that. Boxton and Rebecca. That's Rebecca over there. She's another common Twisted. She really has nothing special, honestly. She's just kind of mediocre move speed, mediocre attention span, nothing crazy to deal with. And same with Boxton. So they are both kind of just your bare bones. Get it? Because Rebecca, she's bones. Yeah, I will apologize. This video is going to be very much low energy because, as I said in the intro, I am getting ill. Ooh, this is huge. We got a bandage. This will heal us if we take damage. Yeah, as I said in the intro, I am getting sick. So this will more than likely be quite a low energy video. Just something for you to like throw on in the background while you're eating food or something. I wanted to do a video on this game over IDV today because I just kind of I've been very hyperfixated on this game compared to IDV. And just enjoying it more and playing it more. So yeah, that's kind of why I'm doing this instead of the typical IDV. I'll try and get something IDV out soon though, I promise. I don't want to completely ignore it. Maybe I'll keep my break up until Amanda gets fully released for everyone. Oh, hello, Boxton. Nearly just ran into you. Fun fact, I did try and record this video yesterday, but I ended up lagging and my internet caused me to crash, and I was just like, you know what, I'm not gonna deal with it today. I kind of already don't feel great, and also whenever I'm sick I get very emotional, and I didn't want to get more emotional from, you know, things not working. But we are back and we're trying again. And hopefully I don't lag and my internet is still fine. Alright, the last one is done. We gotta get out of here. Alright, we got more stuff here. I'm gonna use my soda pop here and grab these instructions, which makes my extraction speed faster. And we're gonna speedrun this first machine, trust. Alright, we see Tisha again. Oh, and Toodles, the demon child. Toodles is spooky. She has very high movement speed. Well, not very high, but much quicker movement speed compared to other characters. but she has low attention span. We're gonna use both our extraction candy and our instructions to make this go super fast. Look at how fast that's going, bro. Holy. Already finished. The demon child. She draws near. These jumper cables are also nice. It just kind of gives an immediate amount of progress on your machine. Oh, Tisha draws near as well. You can see her below there. Alright. We've got that done. Grab the tapes. Ooh, chocolate. Hooray. Alright, so we know where the machines are. We know one is in here still, and we see the other way over there. What's nice about my character, this is like the new event character, the new main event character. His extraction is so high. He has 5 stars in both his skill check and his extraction score, which 5-star is the highest you can get, and is usually reserved for only one stat, but he has both his extraction and skill check at 5, which is really insane. So his extraction is like arguably the best in the game because of that, but also his movement speed is a score of 4, which is also really good. But on the contrary, he has a stealth and stamina score of 1, which means obviously you can see my stamina is low, it's only 100, and he also, his like detection range for twisteds is much higher. So he has awful stealth, awful stamina, but he has insanely good extraction and pretty good move speed to make up for all that. So as you can see, I'm zooming through these floors. We are 16 minutes in and we've already gotten to floor 5, which is pretty quick, I would argue. This floor is exciting. We're gonna get our Halloween floor for the Halloween event. Look how lovely this place is. So nice and coquette. Oh, Poppy and Rebecca. I don't know why they've merged. That's quite a horrifying sight. Again, this is all, we're all encountering like the common characters, the common twisteds. So Rebecca works pretty much the same as Poppy. They're both low attention span, same movement speed. Overall, not that difficult to deal with. But trust, soon enough, we should start seeing some more spooky and actually interesting, like rarer characters. So you see Rebecca's there. Also, I don't know if I explained this, but the higher in numbers you get on floors, the more machines you need to complete, and the more twisteds you will have per floor. So as we get later into the run, it'll start getting more challenging. This is the treadmill. This is again cool because it's based off of movement speed, so you can actually sprint on it to make it go up faster, which is quite silly. I'm obviously not going to though, because my movement speed is already fine enough, and my stamina is so low. So if I get caught out here, I need to have my stamina so I can run away. And my movement speed again is already good enough to where the extraction speed is quite alright. And then our last one should be just right up here. Poppy is coming up here though. She shouldn't see me unless she walks this way. If she just walks back down, she won't see me. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Alright, that's done. Floor 5 complete. Ooh, a box of chocolates. Do not mind if I do. The box of chocolates gives you extra movement speed and max stamina whenever you consume. And the box of chocolate specifically holds up to 5 charges. So that's essentially 5 pieces of chocolate in one item, which is really good. As you can see, the floors have been changing pretty consistently. There's a bunch of different floors and a bunch of different tile sets that make the game quite unique and fresh pretty much every single run. We did see over here, one of the twisteds on this floor is Razzle and Dazzle, which is a really cool character. We can essentially stay in this ring as long as we're walking. If we run, it wakes them up and they will try and damage us. So pretty much just don't run in the circle unless, of course, you are behind cover, because if you're behind cover, you will not take damage and they can't target you. So if I'm here and I run, they get alerted, but as long as I'm behind this cover, they will not hit me. Let's get out of let's get out of there. Actually, I am gonna show myself so I can get pumpkins, because pumpkins are like the event currency right now. Razzle and Dazzle is cool. There are a certain characters that, again, are passive pretty much until you do something. We obviously saw at the start of the run, we saw Roger. We just saw Razzle and Dazzle, which is abbreviated into R&D, by the way. Frequently. Cool thing is, and the nice thing is, you can get those characters on the same floor and essentially have a free floor, as long as you don't anger either one of them. You could just go around doing everything and just kind of chill. It's quite nice. Alright, we know this is our second to last because the one over there that we were doing is pretty much ready. Tisha? What? Where do you come from? As you can see, I'm just way too fast. We get behind some cover, wait. Unfortunately, she is running in that direction. That's kind of where I need to go. So we're just going to trail. Actually, she's probably going to stop here. Yeah, she's just stopping right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to force her attention and then hide behind cover. And hopefully that makes her... Yeah, you can see the way she's pathing, she's going to turn this corner. Nice. And we can get back on the machine. I do want to make sure she doesn't run this way. I'm going to stand right here. Okay, we're fine. The idea behind that, if she turns around and sees me, I just break line of sight immediately and lose her, and she'll hopefully just run away from me, pretty much. I'm actually going to eat that chocolate so I can grab this jumper cable. And that is floor 6 done. Alright, you could hear by that sound that just sounded, that is what's called an Icker leak, which is a random event that can happen.
I'm using my roast.
Oh my gosh, I did not know you were there. So, I mean, that's what happens when you take damage, but I do have advantage, so I can just heal myself. Yeah, an Icker leak is a random event that can happen, as you can see on the floor here. This is Icker. I'm not going to step in it because I don't want to, but when you do, you get a debuff. You first, the debuff lowers your movement speed when you're in the pedal for a little bit, but the actual debuff it gives you decreases the size of skill checks by like a lot, and I don't want to deal with that, so I'm not going to demonstrate. You're just going to have to believe me. All right, let me also like lock in and actually pay attention so that I don't die. So I want to have a decent run here where I don't immediately perish. That'd be really lovely. All right, make sure we're careful rounding this corner. And that one. Okay, we're fine. Best place to look this direction is this way, I think. Because as soon as they round that corner, I'll get alerted. But I won't get alerted by them seeing me if they around that one, so I need to be careful there. What's nice is whenever I pop the last machine, I get a 20% speed boost, so I am positively zoomies whenever I do that. I think we'll also eat a chocolate just so we're even faster. Get away from me, you stupid box. Stupid box. Alright, Dandy, give me some good, please. That's not at all good, but I will buy because I don't want to make you angry. And you don't want to see what happens when Dandy's angry. Maybe you do. I'm not going to do it now, though. Maybe I'll do it if I do another video. Oh, another Icker leak. Incredible news. Alright, so as you can see, at the top, we no longer have 4 machines to complete. We now have 5 that we have to complete. So it is starting to get, you know, more tedious, slowly but surely. That is Brusha. Brusha's obnoxious. Same movement speed and sorry, I am drawing a blank. Same movement speed and attention span as most common Twisteds, but Brusha has a really, really high, like, sight range. Oh, no, I'm ill. Oh my gosh. Where? Oh my gosh, I scare. Alright, let me lose you. I also just saw Brusha! Oh, I am suffering. The world is so mean to me. So I only have 1 health now. You might be like, but you have 2 hearts. Well, actually, one of them does not work and is only there for literally no reason. So that's great. But since I am a main character and I have very good stats and multiple, you know, abilities, I suffer from only having 2 hearts, which sucks, but you know, that's the way the world works. So if I can find another bandage, or even a med kit, that could be huge. I am gonna have to play a lot more attentive and safe now. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna run over here, get on this, use the speed candy so we do this faster. I use only about half my stamina right now. We see someone's there, but they're moving away. Rebecca is running over. Maybe I'll use the last of my stamina to finish this quick. No, she's gonna see me. We will just hide, and she turns around, which lets me get back on this. Nice. So we see there's also one over here. That's the one I kind of want to save, though. Since it's right next to the elevator, kind of really good to save that for the last one that I need to finish. Oh, it's also in the same room. Alright, so last one was literally just right here. Oh my gosh, this is awful. Oh, I'm skinny. How did I know that was going to happen? I knew something awful was going to happen there. I could make it so my active ability goes down. This character does have an active ability, but it's kind of useless to try and use it here because it only affects other people. It does not do anything to me. Bro, another Icar leak. Imagine how tired we are of it. Wow, there are 3 in this one room. Okay, hello. Hello there. I guess I won't go that direction. That's fine. Oh gosh, Goob, no. Goob is kind of awful to deal with. Goob has like a ranged quote-unquote attack. What he really does is he just, you know, reaches out and grabs you and pulls you towards him, which usually ends up in you getting hit, unless I'm gonna die. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're fine. Everything's okay. Yeah, unless there's a few things you can do against his ranged attack. You can, like, if you quickly hide behind cover, you can avoid the pull, which is usually what you do. But I'm pretty sure there are specific characters and items you can use to avoid that hit as well. Okay, I don't know where Rebecca is, and that's scaring me. I'm also hungry, so that's really not helping me right now. I know Goob is... Okay, Rebecca's there. Goob might have gone... Oh gosh. Okay, Goob is there. We skinny. Okay. Nothing to worry about. Everything's completely fine. Rebecca, go away. Please turn around. Oh my gosh. This should be our last machine of the floor. We kind of got lucky with the placement of them, with 3 being in this main room here. I will not complain though. We are out of here. Floor 9 complete. Hooray. Floor 10 time. Please give me something. Okay. I mean, I'll take even more chocolate. Why not? All right. Floor 10 time. We are going to experience the Halloween map again. Oh. Oh yay. Unfortunately, we're going to experience it in the complete dark. You see, one of the twists we have is one called Sylvester. Sylvester is so slow, but has such an insane attention span. It's kind of obnoxious. And we have to deal with it when all of the lights are out. So can't see literally a single thing. But trust, we persevere, and we can cook here. We are halfway towards 20, floor 20, which is usually like the early 20s is the farthest I'm able to go before I either get my run ruined by specific characters or, you know, decide, all right, I don't want to keep going and, you know, end the run there. So we'll see if we can get to there though. If I can't find a heal soon, our run might be cut short. Who knows? But honestly, getting to 10 here, I'm chill with. I feel like I am able to vibe. I'd like to maybe encounter a main so I can kind of show off how this game can get more spooky, but we might not get so lucky. Wow, I have no clue. Okay, there's one there. Oh, Sylvester's guarding it though. That's another thing he does. He'll guard machines. It's actually some very cute lore implications behind it because his sister, Connie, who is another character, the way she works is she will possess machines. It's almost like Sylvester's trying to look for his sister by going to machines and guarding them, and it's really cute. All right, well, we know Rebecca is probably the closest one. I think Sylvester's up near where that elevator was, so need to watch out for him. He's slow, but he is also kind of obnoxious sometimes, and also he's like so much more difficult to see in the lighting right now. All right, that is our fourth one done. Next is up here. This is our last one. We saved this one for last again since it's right next to right here. We're gonna look this way since if we get spotted from that side, we have time. But if we get spotted from this side and we're not paying attention to it, it could be really tricky and we might end up dying. But we already got it done, so no need to worry. Oh my gosh, medical attention. I get to heal myself. This is spooky. This is a little challenge thing that I'm not going to do this video, but again, if y'all want to see it, I will do it. It's called a dial floor, which is quite a challenge. You have to do like 25 machines, all while there's a character on the floor that can insta-kill you no matter what health you're at, so that's fun. Why do I have 3 boxes of chocolate? But we don't have to worry anymore as much about our health state, which is lovely. Don't have to worry about getting insta-killed by any character. Oh, Shrimpo. Please leave me alone. Shrimpo's not super scary. He's got very low movement speed, but his attention span is really good. And kind of a pain to deal with sometimes. We also might be encountering 3 Twisteds now. We see Cosmo, who we've also already seen before. I think it's either this floor. Oh no, it's either this floor or next floor. We get 3 Twisteds. Let's see. Yeah, I think this is just the 2. Guys, a little life update. I got some new nails today, and they're very cool. I'm pretty sure I showed them on stream. No, I showed them in Discord, and they arrived here today, and they're so pretty, and I like them a lot, and I feel so coquette. All right, we have 3 machines left. This third right there. Oh, third's right here. Another game I'm starting to get back into is Warframe. If you don't know what it is, it's essentially Space Ninjas, which is pretty cool, but, you know, my interest in it has already been dwindling, unfortunately. There's like so much to do in the game, but also like I don't know what to do because there's so much to do. So it's difficult for my brain to be like, all right, yeah, let's play. But truly, this game has been taking up majority of my days, especially being sick. It's just kind of a nice a nice game to just chill and vibe and grind, because this game can feel kind of grindy at times to get all the characters and stuff. Trying to not overexert myself because this month is a month that I really can't afford to be sick in, so I need to not feel awful. Floor 11 done, going into floor 12. What do we got for me? Nothing good. I'm not gonna buy anything from you, so take that. All right. So we still only have 5 machines, but we should be encountering 3 Twisteds now, I believe. Also, still no main Twisted. We are guaranteed one at floor 20. Specifically, we're guaranteed the event one, which is the character I'm playing. So if we make it there, that'll be a good little showcase. Just have to hope that we don't get, you know, something else with that floor that's like obnoxious or something. Dude, what is with these box of chocolates? Okay, what are the other Twisteds on this floor, dude? Oh, it's Roger. Okay, so it's Shrimpo, Roger, and surely there's 3 already, right? I'd be surprised if we were still on 2. I feel like that's not normal. Wow, maybe it is just the 2 of them. Okay, Roger's right there. Yeah, you can tell which capsule it is based off of if there is a... if it's like clean and smooth. Because most capsules have, not most, all capsules have that little band around the middle, but Roger's does not. All right, this is our last 2 right here. I'm actually going to use a box of chocolates, 1 full box, to make this even more speedy. We're gonna grab this pumpkin. Yeah, the pumpkin event currency stuff is a bit tedious to farm, but it's still fun, I think. I already got all of the new Halloween Twisted, or I already got all of the new Halloween characters, so I just need to buy all the skins now, and I will have gotten everything from the event. I don't think that was proper grammar, but I really don't care. All right, that is floor 12 done. Going into 13. We're gonna grab decency, which gives us more time, because again, practice really does not do anything for us here. Oh my gosh, Gigi. Gigi's kind of an obnoxious character sometimes. She also has a ranged attack, but her ranged attack can steal items from your inventory, which is awful. Also, we are on 3 now. We are on 3 Twisteds. We have Tisha, Shrimpo, and Gigi. We're also on 6 machines that we have to complete as well. We're gonna walk here, be very patient. I think the only one I have to worry about right now is Shrimpo running back over here, which he might do. Yeah, he's doing right now. We're gonna preemptively use our joystick to start moving this way. I just, like, Omega boosted our stealth just now in that jawbreaker, so we were able to slip past Shrimpo there. If I didn't have the stealth boost, I would not have been able to do that. Okay, Tisha's running that way. Shrimpo's coming back around. We're gonna have to run here in a second. Be careful of Gigi over here. There she is. As you can see, we just broke a line of sight and her grab did not work. So that's kind of all you have to do is any character with a ranged attack like that. You just break line of sight by hiding behind a box or a wall, and you will not take damage or get affected by it at all. We see both of them are running back over here, but we finished that in time. All right, there might be 2 back here, 2 machines. I think it's just the one. Make sure we grab everything that we can, and then we're gonna work on this one. And this back area here should be completely clear after. Alright, where's Gigi? Gigi's kind of the only one I have to really worry about. Please don't stop there. Thank you. Gigi's right there. You see 2 there. Shrimpo's there. Can I? No, I can't. His detection range is too good. Thankfully, he just leaves. So these are our last 3 right here. We know Tisha should still be way back there. Gigi is there. Shrimpo's there. Yeah, this is the part of the game where it starts to ramp up. And it'll ramp up quicker than you expect. Especially since we're going to start encountering the more rare characters. Or at least we should be. Hopefully she... Oh man, she did lose me, but she ran this way. Okay, so they are both running back over here, which is kind of something that I don't want to happen. We will manage. All 3 of them are over here. This is kind of awful. I think Gigi will end up just stealing something from me here. Actually, no. Oh, guys. Come on. Give me a break, please. Gigi, like, what? I can worm my way around them. Nice. Okay. If you turn around here, I swear. Okay, this is kind of like the worst decision, but I'm gonna start this now. Yeah, this is like kind of an awful machine. Oh my gosh, Shrimpo, why? Why do you do this to me? This floor might be... It might be the run under. Okay. You're going there. We're gonna have to wait for Tisha to run that corner, and then we can start this. And we just have to make sure we're careful here. Alright. We managed to survive. Holy cow. I hated that, like, a lot. Please give me, like, a bandage. Hooray! I love you, Dandy. That's huge. Thanks, brother. Do you like my radioactive aura? Alright, floor 14. Hopefully we get someone interesting here. Oh my gosh, we do. It's kind of, like, awful, though. So we have to deal with a character called V now. So there are a couple more things that I need to look out for here. Notably, as you were able to see, V, she creates pop-ups on your screen. On controller, it's kind of a lot more tedious than it is on keyboard and mouse. I am able to deal with it because I'm not going to force taking chase against her. We also have Brightney, who's more rare. She kind of just has a higher detection range and attention span. Also, if we get spotted by V, she gives us a slow debuff. Hello there. V is what we would call a Yuri Queen. Okay, she did not like me doing that. So we know there's 2 machines in the middle. There's one over here. I can imagine last one is back here. Nice thing about the main Twisteds is they all have a specific footstep sound that you can distinguish relatively easily. So the other main Twisteds will not have the same sound as V. V sounds completely unique, so it's easy to be like, oh, okay, I have V on this floor before the doors even open, so you can prepare yourself for having to deal with V. Oh, she's coming. So, since I'm in chase, I cannot possibly take that off my screen. Now I can, though. Okay, so our last 2 are right in this middle area. Unfortunately, it's, you know, quite a high traffic area. I'm gonna force that. That's a nifty trick. If you force them to see you and then immediately break line of sight, there's a decent chance that they will run the other way. It's a very good trick, especially if you're playing solo, to manipulate their pathing. Like here, for example, I'm gonna do it again because I know I don't want her to run out here. Hopefully she'll turn. Nice. For mains, it's more scary to do, so I'm not going to try and manipulate V's pathing here. We're just going to sort of, what's the word I'm looking for, adjust based off of her pathing. That's really unfortunate. The advertisements blocked it, so I had no clue where that was. But that's okay, because we get behind cover before we get caught. See, you can start to see how, even just with the 3 here, this is getting quite tedious. Okay, now is the time. Oh my gosh, Rebecca! Wait, she didn't see me. No way. This is huge. Nice. Oh my gosh. They really want me to do a dial floor. You know what? We'll do it. Why not? That'll be the end too. We'll do the dial floor and then I think I'll stop, because this video has been going on for an hour already. Dial is classified as a lethal, which essentially means if I get hit once, I die. If I get hit once by him specifically, I will die immediately. So we have to deal with Boxton. There are other Twisteds on this floor. We see Boxton, we see Louis. And we also see that I have 25 to do here. 25 machines, which is crazy. If I mess up any of my skill checks, it's really scary. Because the way Twisted Dial works is he's relatively slow right now. But as we encounter him, you'll see he has like a little meter above his head. If he sees me at all, or if I mess up any skill check and make the noise, he will speed up and he can get insanely fast. You see, that's the bar right there. So thankfully I can see him through a wall. Let's see if we can get a good glimpse at him. Look at him. He's quite spooky looking. But yeah, he is absolutely frightening. My positioning is so important. You see, there's the bar going up. And he gets faster and faster. See, I know Poppy is there. That's why I wanted to move. But the bar does go down over time, so we're not completely screwed if something bad happens here. And thankfully, he's the only really scary one we have to deal with here. I have soloed dial floors before. It's not the most awful experience. It's just kind of tedious and time consuming. Yeah, maybe I'll like check in for every 5 machine increments, because we have 25 to do, obviously. So I'll do a little mini check-in every 5. We'll do that, just to make it less tedious, and so I don't have to like talk through the entire way, and I can kind of focus. Alright, that is our first 5 done. Making decent progress here. Alright, that's our next 5 done. I also just realized that we are actually dealing with 5 total twisteds here. We have Rebecca, Poppy, Boxton, and Louie as our like smaller ones, and also Dial, so kind of a more than I expected. That is our next 5 done, by the way. Haven't had any super tricky moments yet, thankfully, so we're managing to survive pretty decently. Did have a moment where like all of the minor twisteds were chasing me, which was a little spooky, but we survived, trust. Alright, that's our next 5, just 5 more, and we'll be out of here. Like, and that is all 25 complete. Dial 415. Lovely.
Come with me to try the girthiest deep-fried egg salad surprise in Kansas, Oklahoma City, Montansis.